What's going on, everyone? I'm VinnieBB and welcome back to some CS2. Today I will be teaching you smokes on the map of Nuke. A couple things to note before starting. Every smoke will be timestamped in the description down below, so if you want to hop to one, go right for it. If I missed a smoke or you might have an alternative version on how to throw a smoke, please leave it in a comment down below. I love hearing feedback, hearing your guys' opinions. I am trying to work on myself to get better at the game as well with my smokes, learning new things. So if you guys have anything new or alternative to what I do into the game right now, please leave a comment down below and leave some feedback, and I appreciate you guys, and let's get right into it. And for those who don't know how to set up a smoke map, come over to play, practice, competitive. We're going to pick Nuke for today, and we're going to turn on infinite warm-up, ammo, and grenade camera, and that's how you start a smoke map. First off, I'm going to teach you some outside smokes so you guys can cross over to secret and head to B side. But a couple things to note before I start. As a CT member on Nuke and you guys are trying to rush outside, there's a lot of angles to be held right here. As a CT, you can hold outside mini, on top of garage if you boost, inside garage left or right side, behind the giant gray crate, behind this blue box, heaven, inside locker room, in CT, all the way back here, like outside garage. There's a lot of angles to hold, so take these smokes with a grain of salt. Clear all your angles. Hopefully your teammates do. Godspeed if they do ever. You just got to make sure you're clearing everything so you guys can head down secret and perfectly onto B site. Just to let you guys know before that, before everyone says, oh my god, Vinny, your smokes suck. I'm dying every time. So your team wants to rush outside and you want to try and cross the red crate. We have people holding you on many angles from here, from in garage, from CT, and from outside mini trying to swing over and get you in the big contact zone right around this area. Well, I'm going to show you how to smoke around this area so you guys can cross over from this side all the way to behind red. Now this smoke is a run-in throw smoke, and I'm going to explain it in the simplest way that I can. So first of all, where do we start? We're going to start at the top of this fence, shadow on the ground. Now how do I know where to find it every time I'm in game? All we got to do is come up to the next fence over from the caution sign over here, and we're just going to come to the very end of it. And all we're going to do is make sure we're facing the shadowy line of the top of the fence on the ground. Now, where do we aim? It's at the top of the fence over here. We're going to aim at the top of it, right where the bar meets with the barbed wire. And how do I know where to throw it? Well, once we hold the nade, we're going to keep running until we pass the yellow caution sign. And our crosser will go down the line, and we're just going to keep our mouse steady with it when it keeps going down. Once we hit the caution sign, we're going to throw it. So let's line it up again. We're going to line it up over here. I almost missed it. That was silly of me. And we're going to line up with the shadow on the ground. Aim at the top of the fence, and all we're going to do is run until our body passes the caution sign. As we throw it, this smoke is going to pop. Now here's a couple things about the smoke. It covers the entirety of your cross. However, it does not fully cover up against the wall, so anybody playing mini could definitely swing out here. So you just got to be very cautious of that once you're throwing the smoke. They'll have to like spam through smoke, spam op shots, spam AKs. Just make sure that anybody who's walking through here, you make sure that they don't kill your team all coming from behind red. Hopefully, since all of your teammates are alive after you throw the smoke, you'll know when someone's walking behind you, and hopefully you have that game sense that you know. Next up, I'm going to show you the most crucial smoke on Nuke, is how to cross from red to secret. Now, there's two different smoke methods. There's the first smoke, which is towards red crate, and then there's a second smoke that's towards secret. One whole smoke will not fill up the entirety from red to secret, so I have to split this up into smoke that's close to the red crate and smoke that is close to secret. Now, once you have one of these smoked off, you can just, toss the smoke for the second one. Unless your teammate knows the lineup, then that's crazy. But once you have, say, the left side smoke down, you can underhand the right smoke and you can just cross the secret. But I'm going to show you all the methods that you need. First up, I'm going to show you the left side cross, and I'm going to show you two methods on how to smoke this. Here's the first way on how to smoke it. What you're going to do is come back to this fence with the caution sign, and we're going to go up right in the middle of it. Press up our body right up against it, and we're going to aim at the corner of this light blue box here. And all we're going to do is hold our nade, and we're going to jump throw. So as we jump throw the nade, it's going to land on the right side of red, which is basically our close left side as a T side. Is going to fill up the left side, and just be aware of this, that it's not going to smoke all the way over here. So anybody holding heaven, anybody holding over here towards CT, mini, and maybe over here at the very corner of garage will be able to see you. So once you get this smoke, you can probably underhand another smoke and it'll fill up all the way to the wall so you guys can cross down to secret. Hypothetically speaking, you are AFK and your team wants to rush outside and they don't have any smokes for the cross. So what you can do is come up to the edge of the truck, make sure you're in line with this white rectangle of the truck, and we're going to aim at the bottom corner of the edge of the window right here, and all we're going to do is just jump throw. And as the smoke is flying through the air and your team wants to rush outside, the smoke is about to drop and land. And as we see on the left side of the smoke, it covers red. On the right side, once again, just be cautious of when you're crossing, if you don't have the other smoke down, that anybody can see you, and you can just cross down to secret. Now I'm going to show you 3 different methods on how to smoke the right side from the red to secret cross. The first smoke I'm going to show you is kind of a little bit weird on how I'm going to describe it, because I can't describe what are certain things on this map, but once you see the smoke, it'll make more sense. So we're going to come back to this caution fence, and we're going to go to the very right side of it, and we're going to press our body right up against it. Now, what we're going to do is, at this edge of the building, we're going to line it up with this piece of line of bar that's coming off the building of the silo. I don't know what to call that. We'll just call a bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up from the corner of the building until our crosshair is perfectly right next to that bar that is coming off of the silo. All we're going to do is hold our nade and just throw it regularly. Now, as we see the smoke drop, is going to cover all of the right side of the smoke. So say if you have that smoked and the smoke that was before for the left side smoke lands about here, and you get both those down, if your teammates drop you smokes, you have a perfect fully covered smoke cross, so your entire team can rush right down to secret. Now I'm going to show you the other 2 methods that are a little bit more easier. The second way on how to smoke the right side of the cross is coming up to this corner right here, and we're going to aim at the second to last rectangle coming off of this crate. We're going to aim at the top left side. All we're going to do is aim at it and just jump throw. As the nade is being thrown over the silo, it is going to land about in the same spot as the other smoke from last time. And it smokes off perfectly right and left side. Say if the other smoke landed here from the left side smoke. Like I said, you get a perfect fully smoked cross. If you're playing in CT over here, cannot see anybody crossing whatsoever, which is perfect so you guys can dive down secret. This is called the oops, I was AFK, we are rushing outside, and I'm going to try and get my team down to secret. What we're going to do is come up to the beginning of this left side of the crate, walk right up to it, press our body up against it. It doesn't have to be as perfect, you know, you could be fiddled with a little bit. So what we're going to do is aim at the edge of this wire right here, and all we're going to do is just jump through our nade. Now this nade takes a little bit longer to drop since it's all the way from our spawn, but as it drops, it'll drop in the same normal spot. The volumetric smoke will pop, and say, like, once again, our left side is smoked. Boom. They're all smoked off. The CTs either have to run through it, have to vent dive, have to go to B ramp. They have to find alternate ways to go to secret, and there's all the ways you can get down there. Do you ever have it where a CT member keeps swinging out of mini, and you're just trying to get anybody who's crossing outside so you guys can't take anything outside, you can't even go down secret, and he just keeps picking you off? Well, I'm going to show you how to smoke off that person. What you're going to do outside your T spawn is come up to this post and this fence, get yourself right in the corner. Now for this one, we're going to aim at the corner of this railing, but we're not done yet. We're going to try and aim straight down until we meet this first outer ring of the silo. So what we're going to do is take our crosshair, go directly down. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. You can be off by a couple pixels. It's all right. And all we're going to do is aim at it, and we're just going to hold our nade, and we're going to jump and release. So as we jump and release the nade, right now it's going to bounce off the garage, and it's going to smoke anybody playing outside mini. Now the only way the CTs can get out of this is by swinging the smoke, but it doesn't completely cover garage. Now I will cover the garage smokes, don't worry about that. Anybody who's playing garage can still see you, but anybody playing mini cannot see you. And this is also an effective smoke on how to cross outside as well. The only thing you can deal with is garage, heaven, and anybody swinging outside the smoke. Next up, I'm going to show you how to smoke CT. Anybody who's playing locker behind light blue box, or anybody who's playing the angle right over here, the very pixel angle, maybe with an AWP. And it's not going to smoke off heaven, obviously, because heaven's high up in the air. But I had to find an alternative way. There was a harder way on how to do this, but I found my way on how to do this properly. What you're going to do is stand on the yellow line and walk directly up to the box. And what we're going to do here is aim at the corner of where the V shape meets this pole right here. All we're going to do is regularly throw the nade. And now as the nade is being thrown, anybody who's playing here, playing behind light, like the light gray crate, can't see the left side. Anybody playing right side can't see on the right side. The entire smoke gets covered. Yes, you could see it if you're playing in heaven. The only other way this person can see anything is by swinging out in this corner. Just be wary of that. Anybody who's rotating, say, to garage, anybody's pushing through, or anybody who's peeking out on the right side of this crate if you're a T side. Next up, I'm going to show you 2 crucial smokes on how to smoke off garage. The first method, you're going to line your body up with the caution sign on the left side of it. This is actually very important for this smoke. And what we're going to do is aim at the edge of this white part of the building. Now we're going to make sure our crosshair, when we go up, is going to hit the top of the wire. So perfectly, we're going to work our crosshair up. Maybe we're off by like a pixel or two. That's fine. All we're going to do is hold our nade out. And as you can see on the nade camera, it's going to perfectly land as we throw it. And cover both left and right side. Now I'm going to show both POVs. When you're crossing outside, the full garage will be covered. And if we're playing in here, we can't see over the left. We can't see over the right side. The volumetric smoke covers the top part too. And the only way you can really see over this is by rotating out of it. You can't really see anything out of it. And no one wants to give up their op. No one wants to like run through smoke. So this is a perfect way to stop anybody who keeps opping out here. And I'm going to show you the second method. This second smoke's a little bit more intuitive, but once you get it down, you'll get it down. So say if we're AFK once again, we're coming back and we're getting off from a garage. Oh boy. We're going to come up to this fence right here, or I guess this gate, and we're going to line up ourselves right with this pole. Now for this, we're going to aim at the ladder. We're going to aim at the third rung, but we're going to aim at the shadow where it meets itself in the corner. So slightly above the third rung. So at this corner, I'll have it all zoomed in so you guys can see it. We're going to aim right at that corner, and all we're going to do is just jump throw. It might take a little bit, couple tries. I try to explain it the best I could. Hopefully it made more sense. Now this smoke lands a little bit deeper than usual, only because anybody who's still playing garage can't see. Right side smoked off, left side smoked off. All you would have to do is peek out the right side. And this is another effective smoke that is perfect, that you guys can make sure you don't get off from outside over and over, and you guys can probably take secret control to B site. Next smoke I'm going to show you is a very obscure one, but it's also effective in, I guess, whatever scenario it may be in. But it's how to smoke off locker rooms so they can't see outside. So what we're going to do is come back over all the way to our spawn, and we're going to come over to this yellow container right here. We're going to snug our body in the corner, and we're going to look for this crack in the wall. There's the very edge of the crack, and what we're going to do is work our way down from the crack to this very horizontal line that's going across our screen. So we're going to aim at the edge, work our way down, and all we're going to do while we're on the line is just jump throw. Now, if you're off by a couple pixels, that's perfectly fine, because as we can see, it bounces off the ventilation shaft, off the barrels, and smokes off the entire thing. I can't even see in the smoke either. So this whole smoke just completely pops. So whoever's playing here has to rotate out CT, I guess, or go heaven. But if anybody's crossing outside and someone plays there, you can't be seen. Maybe if someone's opping there, that might be the most smart way if someone was opping there and catching people off guard. But if you ever want to use the smoke ever, go right ahead. There you go. I just got you some Vinny knowledge points for that one. The next smoke is very interesting. I'm going to show you how to smoke on top of Mini. Now, why this smoke? Well, say some people want to play on top of silo, get a pick behind the light gray container over here outside garage. Well, I'm going to show you how you can effectively take the top part of the silo and catch people who actually can't see you from back garage. What we're going to do is come over to our spawn, and you can do this off rip right when the round starts. And if any one of your teammates wants you to do this, you know, if they're trying to like hit an edge bug like Franz J, or just trying to get any picks because they like going on top of the silo, this will be easy for them and easy for you to throw. So what we're going to do is come up to this yellow pole or pillar right here, and you're going to press up your body against it. We're going to aim at the middle of this dark gray part of the ventilation shaft, and you can be off by like a couple pixels. It's all good. All we're going to do is aim at it and jump throw. As we see the smoke flying through the air, it is going to bounce and land on the edge of Mini. Now, I'm going to show you how effective this is. Say if we're playing on top of like the silo here. If we peek out, we can barely see the top of the smoke because the smoke kind of rips at the top of the volumetric smoke. We can easily pick them off. Say if we're playing outside a garage, we can't see the top of it because the smoke rises so much. Even if we back up, we could probably see them. But I think if you're playing on top of silo, you have the height advantage to the lower advantage, and you can see them better. So I think that is the most effective smoke if you ever want to like try and get on top of Mini, try and catch someone lacking on Mini, or someone who's playing outside garage over here, or behind the light gray container. Moving on to A site, I'm going to show you the most effective way you can smoke heaven from silo. So what we're going to do is come up to this edge of this beam over here on the silo, and we're going to shoot the window that is over in this corner. Now I finally got the window broken. It took a couple tries. After that window gets broken and we are in this corner, we are going to aim our nade where the bottom of this blue strip is, and in between these two strips of the like silo pillar right here, we're going to aim right in the middle. So right at the bottom of the blue part and right in the middle. And all we're going to do is just regularly throw the nade. This nade is actually crazy. As we can see on the camera down there, the entire smoke fills up the entire part of heaven. The next smoke I will show is how to smoke off mini from the top of the T-side roof. For this smoke, make sure the left side of the window over here is busted open. What you're going to do is come over here to this corner, and we're going to snug ourselves right in between this and these silver pipes. We're going to aim at the left side top of this ladder, the red part, and we're going to work our way up until we hit the top of the yellow door frame. Now, what we're going to do for this nade is you're not going to left click or right click. We're going to hold left and right click. It will change the trajectory of the nade. I butchered that word, don't worry. But all we're going to do is just jump and release both left and right click. And as we do it, it changes how the smoke works. And as we see the smoke drop, it's going to bounce into mini, bounce right back, which is kind of interesting with the layout of the ground there. And it's going to smoke everything off. Anybody who's playing outside or playing in mini has to run through the smoke or wait for the smoke to die down. Here's the more dangerous way you could smoke mini, but it works effectively. Watch out for anybody playing hut or anybody playing the close corner or anybody playing like crossing on side over here. All you're going to do is you're going to come over here, line yourself up with the right side of this arrow sign, and make sure the door is open while we do this. We're going to line ourselves up, and we're going to aim in between these two dots on this white pop out here. And all we're going to do is just a mini run and throw. We're going to just do a mini run and chuck the nade. And it lands perfectly. It smokes off the entirety of mini. Once you open that door, you've made a lot of noise. Anybody's playing close here or top hut, they could just look down and shoot you. So just be very careful when you throw this one. It's easier than the first one I've shown, but just be warned. Hey, Vinny warned you. This next smoke's a little bit cheeky. What we're going to do is we're going to try to take B ramp, except we're going to smoke off the ramp that leads down to B ramp. Now, let me explain what I'm going to do here. Say if someone's holding back behind red or holding ramp with an AWP, and they're just picking off everyone. The only way they can get you here is by shooting through smoke, but we're going to throw them off guard because they've probably never seen the smoke before, and this can go for any rank. What we're going to do is come back to trophy, and we're going to line our body underneath the Nuke power plant logo, right underneath that dot. All we're going to do is aim at the top left of this glass doorway, and we're going to run and throw. We're going to release as soon as we hit the gray here on the ground. So we're going to hold our nade, run forward, and release right when we hit the gray walk on that doorway. As we throw the nade's going to bounce a little bit and completely smoke off. Now, anybody who's playing the boost over here, say if you're playing with an AK, they can't see. What they can do is actually jump off over here and peek through here because the smoke will drip on top of the box. Playing back here, you can't see anything. Anybody who's playing on T side after this is smoke can catch anybody in the headshot after they clear the right corner and can swing over on ramp and catch them lacking because the person will either have to run to side or if they're back behind red, they're kind of screwed. Or if you want to be a little bit more cheeky, run through their spawn, flank the guy heaven. They'll never know. And that's an effective way to take B ramp or flank behind into their spawn. This last smoke is the only smoke I know for B site, and what it is going to make sure that you can cross from, I would say this is called decontamination or decon, up into sight so you can cross so no one can catch you going off of ramp. This one's a little bit more difficult, but it'll take a couple of tries. Over on this stairwell outside of decontamination, we're going to actually line ourselves up with the left side of the fire exit sign. Now this will take a little bit more practice, but at the top left of the sink, we're going to line it up, go straight up from it. I should do that a little bit better. To the top of the decontamination sign. And all we're going to do is hold the nade, and we're going to throw as soon as we hit the middle blue sign. So we're just going to run and throw. And this smoke will pop, cover both left and right side as the smoke is filling up. So we can come to backside and just simply plant the bomb. Now, it's a little bit harder to hit this one knowing when they hit the blue sign, but once you get it down, you can easily take sight because they'll have to span through smoke if anybody's playing ramp, and you get a free plant backside, and once you get the bomb planted, you can easily go back and straight up into decontamination. And there you have it. Those are all the smokes I have for Nuke. This map is a little bit more complicated because of how finicky you have to be with the smokes and certain ways you throw a smoke, so it's the most effective ways to take, say, A side, B side, or outside. And hopefully you guys understand. Hopefully I explained everything correctly and the simplest way I can, because I don't want to make things too difficult for any new players or returning players to come back to the game and see like, oh god, it's so hard to throw these certain type of smokes. Like I said, the harder the map it is, the harder the smokes get. Nuke is like not an easy map for people to learn. So once you get it down, you'll get it down and you'll be able to take sights easily. And the other team will be like, wow, this guy knows the smokes. What a nerd. And you'll be a smart nerd about it. If you guys have any more smokes you have for yourselves or any alternatives, please leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about this video. I will have another video out soon of another map. Hopefully, I want to get through all the maps in a good amount of time. And if you guys like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. I'm always putting out content like this from now on forever. And if you guys want to stop by whenever I'm streaming CS2, my Twitch is in the description down below. If you want to catch me streaming, I'm streaming every night, every day. I stream it every day on Twitch, literally. So if you guys want to catch me there, be there. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And I'll see you on the next video. Till next time, boys and girls, thank you all for watching. Peace!